It's gonna sound fucked up, and I know. What I'm about to say is it's gonna sound fucked up, and I know. It's gonna be very irresponsible. And I didn't feel like this 10 minutes ago, but I feel like this right now. This very moment for this right now. Now that I see the play, I see the plot. They trying to replace us. See, they need blacks right now. We have the numbers. We have the strength. We are the biggest block. But in the future, they plan on having Latinos outnumber us and outbirth us because now they can't because they're just coming in. These citizens, they let millions in. But contrary to their belief is, I plan on getting 10 bitches pregnant or out of wedlock. And yes, y'all gonna pay for them too. Y'all motherfuckers gonna pay for them. I'd rather pay for my kids on welfare than y'all pay for immigrants. You give them immigrants welfare anyway. Fuck all that. They try to shame us having kids. Fuck all that. Let's have a bunch of more kids out of wedlock. Let's have a bunch of more single mothers. Fuck all that. Nigga, I know y'all saying all this out. Fuck all that. Nigga, they bringing immigrants in to outnumber us and outvote us. Have a bunch of kids out of wedlock to stop the immigrant numbers because Latinos are gonna outnumber us. Not about to be out here fucking fun. Our advantage over these Caucasians is we can have kids and they can't. They birth rates are declining. Yes, take advantage now, nigga. Let's kick them while they down. Let's have a bunch of kids while they down, nigga. Because look, we have the ability they don't. We can't have a black messiah if he's not born. One of us is gonna produce some good shit. It's gonna be, nigga, out of all these kids we plan on producing, it's gonna be some greatness out of it. Yes, it's gonna be some fucked up shit. Nigga, the good come with the bad. We need our numbers up. We need at least 100 million black Americans in this country. Straight up, nigga, we need, in 40 years, we need 100 million black Americans. That's my message, nigga. We need 100 million black Americans. We can't let them run an offense if we don't got a defense. They're down, so they're letting other people come in to be the new white. Nah, nigga. If this is going to be a new white, we need some new blacks. New black Americans. It's going to be expensive. But we're going to make the state pay for that. Fuck them. We'll make the state pay, son. Every bitch with one kid need to have at least 4 or 5 of them things. At least 4 or 5. If it's ways that immigrants can come here and get free money, nigga, we gotta get that money too. I don't care if they call us welfare. I don't fuck all that. They've been saying we was welfare forever when they really on welfare way more than us. They really get way more benefits than us. Nah, we need way more people so we could, in 40 years from now, we can have a bigger voting block because they trying to replace us. They're replacing themselves trying to replace us. They letting immigrants in so we won't get power anyway. So we need to manufacture these babies. No way we should be having to learn Spanish to get a job. You gotta learn Spanish now to get a job. They are opening the floodgates for what? This ain't a Latino country. We the only ones who can save this country by our numbers. Nigga, I'm supporting all deadbeats now, man. Nigga, we need deadbeats. Deadbeats get to work. You niggas who you know good niggas who be making these baby making niggas get busy. I don't care. Look. We all survive. Nigga, let's be a burden on the system until the system breaks. Let's have kids so they can't afford to pay for no immigrants. Nigga, let's make them pay. Let's make them pay so there will be no more room for immigrants to come. Don't let them shame you. Don't let them give you education. Because the more education, more money you get, the less kids you have. Fuck all that, nigga. Nigga, ghetto bitches get the ghetto in. Normally, I had never said this, but nigga, it sounds ignorant, but now it makes sense to me to have a bunch of kids that I'm getting every pregnant now. And I ain't taking care of them. I don't give a fuck. Y'all gonna, nigga, you immigrants, taxpayers, y'all claim y'all pay taxes, y'all gonna pay a bunch of more fucking taxes for my kids. I know that's how horrendously fucked up, but fuck that. We pay taxes for y'all cousins, y'all immigrants, y'all come here, y'all planning on outnumbering us anyway. Nah, nigga, we need more kids. And I know this sounds fucked up, and I know better than this, and it's ignorant, but I can't help it. I'm knocking up all the bitches. I'm knocking up all the everything from 2024 on. I'm knocking up all the bitches. I want immigrant taxpayers, but y'all love claiming y'all pay taxes. Yeah, well, pay these taxes, motherfucker. So what they trying to do is use Fat Joe for the Latino and use hip hop, which is black culture, and confuse them and infuse them as one so they can get the black vote in the Latinos. The thing is, black Americans have nothing in common politically with no immigrant, with no Latino, not even Puerto Rican. We have nothing in common with the Puerto Rican as far as politics go. They don't have the same contributions. They didn't have the same suffering. They wasn't here as long, and there's not enough of them. Puerto Rico's only a few million strong. They ain't 10 million strong in this country. They ain't 10 million strong in the world. We 40 million strong here, and Puerto Ricans don't represent all Latinos anyway. Latinos is not on the monolith. They're all separate. And so that's not gonna work either. I encourage all blacks to have a bunch of kids. Yeah, call me a Ray, call me a Pookie, call me Dust. I don't give a fuck. Nigga, we need these numbers up. Bitches out here having no kids and one kid. Bitch, you 30 having no kids, get busy. You 40 got one kid, get busy. We need all the kids. White people birth rates is down, and immigrants is coming in, they fucking bunnies. Nigga, we need to get these numbers way Wait, nigga, I don't support birth control no more unless it's a horrendous, a gruesome type looking match. You know what I'm saying? I don't, you know what I'm saying? But nigga, listen, get the numbers up and let these taxpayers pay for our kids. We pay hella taxes for other people. We pay taxes for Israel. We pay taxes for Ukraine. We pay taxes for immigrants that come here. We pay taxes for Venezuelans that's crossing the border, those live in hotels. Let's make these taxpayers pay for our kids, for our lineage. Now I'm get back to the topic. I just wanted to throw that in. And yes, I know it's ignorant. I know it's irresponsible. So fuck what? So was letting the immigrants out to come outnumber us. So was letting Latinos be the bigger block. So was letting Europeans come here and have homes and nigga all that. Nah, y'all putting us down. We need more numbers so we can take over this month. They be trying to shame y'all for being single mothers. So what? They be trying to shame y'all for having single parent. So what? That's how they all started. Nigga, they wasn't married in large numbers until they got free, public family suburbs. Before that, nigga, they was all out of wedlock. Fuck that, nigga. Let's stop listening to them. Let's have a bunch of kids and take care of who we can take care of. If they die, they die. This is so irresponsible. And I know better. So I don't care. I don't care. Nigga, it's a numbers game. We can't just import new African Americans like they can just import immigrants, just import more white people. You just import, nigga. Nah, we can't import. So we gotta make it at the factory. We gotta manufacture these people. Because we can't import. We have to manufacture more Black Americans. If you outcross with some other group or what you call it, make sure that kid is nothing but a Black American. Don't let them be mixed. Don't let them be multicultural. Nah, he's a Black American. If I ever care about anybody, if I ever care about a Caribbean or African or whatever, then that kid's going to be a Black American and the other side is not going to matter. I promise you it won't. I'm going to be so cool, so dope. Nigga, he going to be like, man, I ain't with this. That shit's cool. Why'd you even have kids by somebody else that's not Black Americans? That's how dope it's going to, nigga, we the nigga, that's what it is. Let's get back to Fat Joe and Kamala. Kamala and Fat Joe had an interview. Now, both of these people have Caribbean lineage. Neither one of them have nothing in common with Black Americans. I don't think Kamala Harris' father is really Jamaican. I think he's Jamaican by, nationality. I don't think his ethnicity is really Jamaican. You seen the picture of Kamala Harris' father? He looks Indian too. I think she's 100% Indian. I think she used her father being born in Jamaica as but I don't think he's culturally. Because think about it. Indians. How many half Indians do you know? How many Black American and half Indians do you know? How many have Jamaicans and Indians do you know? How many have African and Indians do you know? Indians don't really date out their race like that. And have kids, they'll get disowned. They have a whole caste system. Nah, she's a Brahmin. Think a Brahmin gonna deal with a Jamaican? Nah, her father's a Brahmin too. You never seen her father's parents, did you? Why we never seen Kamala Harris' father's parents? We see her mother. We know who she is. She can't deny that. Why her father's a mystery? And Harris doesn't. He could have changed his name. It could have been Habib. He changed his name. Nigga. Her father looked Indian to me. He was a coolie. The coolies went to he's from St. Anne. And you know what's ironic about Kamala's father being from St. Anne? I have an Asian in Jamaica, great grandfather from St. Anne. Asians went to Jamaica like in the 40s and the 20s. I don't believe her father is Jamaican. He ain't a Bob Marley Jamaican. He ain't a dreadhead Jamaican. He ain't a weed smoking Jamaican. He ain't Elephant Man Jamaican. He ain't Shabba Ranks Jamaican. He ain't Movado Jamaican. He ain't Slister Jamaican. He ain't Yellow Man Jamaican. What type of Jamaican is this? Nigga, he ain't even Bling Dog Jamaican. He ain't even Miss Cleo Jamaican. Nigga, that nigga is Indian, but he's not culturally or ethnically Jamaican. Man. Somebody gotta prove to me this nigga is where he come from. How he get to be educated? No. So he's a Jamaican that was educated from Jamaica who happened to took a bag of Indian bitch. Bobby Brown ain't have an Indian bitch. George Clooney never had an Indian bitch. Hugh Hefner only had one bitch to pose for him in Playboy. Did you know that? Only one Indian bitch. I looked it up. Nigga, Walt Disney couldn't even put a bitch in his imagination to make a princess out of. He can't, nigga. Nigga, there's not a story about getting these Indian bitch. Nigga, Walt Disney ain't make a princess yet about an Indian bitch. Walt Disney can't even imagine an Indian bitch. Kamala made it up for everybody in the continent. She done spent that Indian cooch everywhere. She done gave that vice presidential to the nation. More niggas done seen Kamala Harris than prison. Just giving it up, nigga. They would have stoned her in India. That was too liberal. It's liberal, nigga. It's the most liberalist. It's only two niggas that had an Indian bitch, and that was Montel Williams, Sweet Willie Brown, And Kamala Harris was the common denominator. Only time that some Indian punani is who Kamala Harris. Only Kamala giving it up. I'm not saying Kamala Harris, is a VO foe, but she went to college at the HBCU, his big university, and she gave it to Willie Brown and Montel Jordan. I can't imagine the niggas she gave it up to. Just imagine that she gave it to in college. She was liberal. No, she wanted to fit in because culturally, nigga, she's Indian, but she wanted to be American. Niggas was macking her. Niggas was macking her. Nigga, she gave it up. Just think, she gave it up to a 60-year-old man in her 30s. Could you imagine what she was doing in her late teens and 20s in college? Rotisserie. Spicking her. Rotisserie Spicks. I'm talking about Metro North, Amtrak in her. I'm telling you. Nigga, college is like Penn Station. Run all types of trains. And Amtrak, nigga, that's what I'm saying. Nigga, HBCUs, nigga, they get it cracking. All them old Luke, all them girls going wild and Luke, she's back in the 90s with all them nigga, the freak nigga and all that. Nigga, those HBCUs. Kamala was of that age in that era. That's what I'm saying. I know she was giving it up. That's all. I'm saying, she had to give it up. YouTube, I won't even funny. These jokes. Don't flag, but. Don't flag my channel, YouTube. Now, I'm not saying for a fact she was just giving it up, but I only could assume and imagine. Now, I'm if I assume and imagine, my imagination go, wow, she done gave it up. Nigga, she done gave it up. If her mom gave it up to a Jamaican in the 60s, nigga, you know what Kamala Harris had to be doing around Black Americans in the 90s on? I'm talking about she's of the freaknik age. She's from an HBCU when it was doing it. Luke and them was running amok in the South and all that. She's from that age. And mind you, this is the 80s. I'm talking about the fresh 80s, the mid 80s, the cocaine kingpin 80s, my nigga. Alpo was like 18. Rich Porter and them was like 20. AZ, Rayful Emmett. This is her class of niggas in company. It's the Freeway Ricky Ross era, man. You know what I'm saying? Nigga, giving it up. That's what I'm telling you. Nigga, you had niggas from Miami, from Detroit, from New York, all going to Howard homecoming. Kingpins from everywhere, from California, giving it up. Nigga, why wouldn't you give it up? She from the best era of see, she ain't from the that culture. She ain't even from the whole culture. The whole culture was like, she's from when it was called skeezer. She was out there skeezering, man. She from the skeezer era. Nigga, the skeezer era, nigga. Straight skeezing. I can't imagine the skeezery she was enduring and doing. She had that good hair. She was petite, light skin. Yeah, Kamala was a honey dip. Kamala was a honey dip back then. Nigga, straight round away tenderoni back then. Nigga, she's from the Roni era. This back when Bobby Brown was the shit. I'm saying, nigga, she was a tenderoni. She was a honey dip. It had to go down. Just imagine imagine in your 30s you deal with Willie Brown. And then your 20s and your teens, you dealing with these young kingpin niggas that's wearing all the gold chains and Jeeps and Jettas and BMWs and Audis. Nigga, fur coats, nigga, gold chain, nigga, money was in abundance. And money was like, a bag of chips probably like 15 cents back then. It's $1 now. So money was like 5 times worth of because she had to give it up. I'm telling you, Penn Station, Spicks, rotation. This cocaine was... This is around the time they was about to sell babies for hits, nigga. I'm telling you, son. She's from the skeezer era, nigga. The skeezer era was no. I wish I was old enough to be in the skeezer era. I was a baby. My mom was a skeezer age. I don't know what the fuck they was doing back then. Howard homecoming and all that. Virginia Beach is right down the street. Freaknik like 6 hours away, nigga. And she was with Montel Jordan and Willie Brown, nigga. There's no other Indian. You can't name an Indian name some Indians. There's a bunch of Indians running around here. They ain't never get up. Nigga, Ted Bundy couldn't get an Indian bitch. Epstein couldn't get an Indian bitch. Nigga, you know what's bad if Epstein and P. Diddy can't get an Indian bitch. Who's getting on the Indian bitch? Who's getting Indian bitches? Ice-T can't get an Indian bitch. Iceberg Slim never had an Indian bitch. Archbishop Don Juan never had an Indian bitch. Nigga, you don't. Niggas don't be getting Indian bitches. Nigga, R. Kelly never had an Indian bitch. Nigga, Wilt Chamberlain never had an Indian bitch. The Illuminati never had an Indian bitch. Motherfucker, Kamala Harris, the only thought that gave it up. Nigga, in the stories of Don Juan, he never had a goddamn Indian bitch. Tupac can have an Indian bitch. Prince never had an Indian bitch. Rick James never had an Indian bitch. Nigga, all the bitches who get bitches never had an Indian bitch. Genghis Khan probably never had an Indian bitch. All of a sudden, this magical Jamaican nigga could get an Indian bitch. Jamaicans don't get bitches like that. Jamaicans don't be getting bitches like that. They get some black fat bitches. They can get some white bitches. They don't be getting no Indian bitches. These like the exotic of the exotic bitches, and they shouldn't be. It's a billion of them. They should be giving up. Ain't no nigga. He had to be Indian. None of those make sense. Casanova ain't have an Indian bitch. Bobby Brown, Tupac was fucking all the bitches. You mean to tell me nigga who fucking all the bitches never had Indian bitches, but all of a sudden some no name nigga you gotta be an Indian to get Indian bitches. If you an Indian watching this, give me some. Bust it open for a real nigga. If you an Indian and you watching this podcast, prove me different. Bust it open. Nigga ain't never had an Indian. Nigga, I don't know a nigga who had an Indian. Nigga, I done had an Asian. The Chinese bust it open before the Indian would. Shit, I barely see white boys with Indians. I ain't never seen a mixed Indian. I ain't never seen I'm Indian in this. What type of Indian? Like an Indian or like a Native American? I see Native American Indians, Aboriginal Indians. Nigga, shit, I got that in my lineage. I ain't never see a motherfucker from India. Kamala Harris, the only one I know who busted open for other people. Kamala Harris, the only one that busted open for famous niggas. Montel Jordan, Montel Williams, probably the only nigga I know in the world who got some Indian punani. Niggas don't be giving the punani up. Let me tell me a Jamaican nigga got some Indian punani. That makes sense to me. It has to be only Indians can get Indian punani. If you got some Indian punani, put it in my comments. I don't think nobody get Indian punani. Like you get any type. You get Persian. You can get any type of. Everybody give it up except Indians. I'm kind of concerned about that. It's kind of racist. They kind of segregated with the pussy. They kind of segregated with their punani. Nigga, they don't give it up. But all of a sudden, Kamala Harris, this nigga nobody knows, this dork, he could get some. Get the fuck out of here. That nigga's he has to be Indian because Indians and it might be cousins. You know, Indians be marrying their first cousins. Indians be marrying their cousins. Y'all need to diversify that punani, Indians. My Uncle Joe be accusing niggas of tricking, paying bitches $1,000. I would pay an Indian bitch $1,000. If Uncle Joe, if you see me with an Indian bitch, I pay that bitch $1,000. This nigga be accusing everybody of tricking and paying. What the fuck niggas get $1,000 to pay a bitch from? Niggas don't. Joe, you stupid. Niggas gonna be paying the bitches, man. Niggas see. Anytime Joe see me with a bad bitch, see my uncle with a bad bitch, he thought we tricked with him. That nigga's a hater. His name Joe the Player. It's JDP. This nigga is a hater, my nigga. But for real, niggas ain't nigga. Where's the Indian bitches be at? They don't club with us or nothing. No, nigga, no. No, be in the hood or nothing. And it's not even being like. I'm not down to Indians, but look it up, nigga. They be inbreds. But Indians do like black dick though, because Kamala Harris got that sweet dick from Willie Brown. She got some of that sweet dick Willie. Nigga, Kamala Harris, nigga, they used to call him Sweet Dick Willie. Sweet Willie Brown, bitch. My name's Sweet Dick Willie Brown, bitch. She's a pervert. She was like 30 fucking that 60-year-old nigga. She's scandalous ass bitch. Shit people do for power and clout. Anyway, back to Fat Joe. Now, racially, Fat Joe is a white boy. Like, he's a white boy. And to keep it a buck, he's trying to loan Kamala Harris proximity to credibility. But he only got credibility because his proximity to us. Nigga, his whole career is based on proximity to us. He's not hip hop. No Puerto Rican is hip hop. No Caribbean is hip hop. There is nothing in hip hop culture but Black American culture. Hip hop is pure 100% Black American culture. And I could prove it. We don't talk like Latino or Caribbeans. We took no dialogue or no language from Caribbeans. There is no Puerto Rican words incorporated. There is no Jamaican words incorporated into hip hop. None of their instruments, they clothing style, nigga, they food, none of that is incorporated with hip hop. They all dropped everything about their culture and adapted American culture. We don't say they slang. We don't joke like them. We don't, nigga, nothing. Let's talk about fashion. Think about how Black Americans dress, let's say in the 70s, right? Let's say in the 50s. Let's really say, like, what really is Puerto Rican culture? Because these are Puerto Ricans, so they should have Puerto Rican culture. We are American, we have American culture. Let's talk about Tainos. Tainos was naked people. They were naked Native Americans who had paint on. So if they want to claim Tainos is butt naked, that's their culture. A little bit of paint, a little bit of feathers, that's Taino. And Tainos was dark skinned like me. They was not light like him. So he can't claim indigenous. He's a white boy. His eyes is like greenish, bluish, grayish. That is not a native nigga. He's not a mestizo. He's a white boy. Puerto Rican culture is Jabaro culture. Wait. It's not called Jabario. It's called Hibaro. I can't read Spanish, but I remember being in jail and hearing Puerto Ricans calling niggas Hibaros, which means country and ignorant. It's kind of an insult, but doing my research, I don't think Puerto Ricans would like to be called Hibaros. But that's what I read, so I looked it up. So that's one. And I ain't mean to offend nobody, but I thought it was Jambario, and I don't mean to. But Hibaro is part of Puerto Rican culture. So yeah, that part. Jibaro, that's their culture. What Jabaro culture is their culture. It's basically a European Spaniard culture, clothing. You know how people chase the bulls and all that? How people in Spain dress back in it? That's exactly how they dress. This is part of their culture because they identify as Spaniards, even though the Spaniards have nothing to do with Puerto Rico or no Latin or no Hispanic at all. The Spaniards don't give a fuck about Puerto Ricans and Caribbeans and anybody from that. None of them. Mexicans, none of them. Don't know Spaniard identify with none of these people. But they call themselves Spanish. It's like black Americans calling themselves English. We're not English. We are American. You can't call us like we like, yo, that's the Spanish dude right there. You can't be like, somebody sees them like, oh, that's an English dude. Nigga, a language doesn't make you a nationality. Like the word black Brit, that's dumb. Because none of them are from Britain. They're from Africa or the Caribbean, and their parents came there. They're like first generation, even if they're second generation. Just because you born somewhere doesn't make you of that ethnic group. Like the black American is indigenous, is native to America. That's why we black Americans. There's no such thing as a black Brit. The difference is this. We was here for generations, and we have lineage that was here before that. We have lineage tied here before slavery, and we was here before the nation existed. We was here before 1775 when the nation got a name of independence. We was here, and we fought for it too. So we have African blood, we have European blood, a variety of European blood, not just Britain blood. We have Spaniard blood, French blood. Different regions of America had different, mixtures of European and different mixtures of indigenous, as opposed to somebody from Britain that's African or Caribbean. They have no mixture. They have no European blood. They're not native of that land. They didn't found that land. They didn't fight to make that land independent. There's no such thing as a black Brit. There's no such thing as a that shit is stupid. Either you're African or Caribbean. You're not Brit. The Europeans are Brits. You are invaders. Yes, you are invaders. So you are. Invaders and coons. Y'all have no business being in Europe. Even though they invaded y'all shit, and they're right there for resources. I get that part. Okay, but at least say you're African. We don't say we don't claim something else. Like Spaniard, like Latinos claim Spaniard. That's dumb. Africans and Caribbeans who live in Britain claim Britain. That's dumb. Malcolm X said it the best. Just because a cat have kittens in the oven, that don't make them biscuits. You niggas are not biscuits. You are cats. Nigga, they let a language identify them as a nationality, which is completely false. Not one Puerto Rican is Spanish. Not one Cuban, not one Mexican, not one Argentina. None of them are Spanish. The language is Spanish. It's American Spanish. Now it's American. It's Spanish that's Americanized. But it's not, nigga. These people are not Spanish. Spanish culture is straw hats, neck kerchiefs, bright colors, flowers, jambario, some shit like jambario. You know how they say jambario. And then music is bamba. Bamba is their music. You see these people wearing straw hats and neckerchiefs, and a woman wearing dresses that's all like pink and yellow and flowery and coconut and shit. Do you see them wearing that? Do you see them participating in their culture? Do you see black Americans incorporate any of that in hip hop? Do you see any black American doing anything type Spanish? Do we say any Spanish words besides poppy cocaine? The music is bamba, and it's heavily African influence. It's basically African culture. It's basically European, Spanish, Spaniard clothing with African music. Does Fat Joe represent that? No, not at all. Does J-Lo none of them represent any of that. So not only does he represent his own culture, he can't represent hip hop because he's not American. He's not Black American to represent it. He's a cosplayer. He's basically a white boy that's pretending to be a stereotype. He's being stereotypical. Hip hop to him is imitating Black people. Is very condescending and stereotypical. This dude is modern day blackface. Anybody who's not Black American, especially a whole different race, he's a whole different race who are imitating us, is cosplaying. He's no better than Woe Vicky. He's no better than that little Spanish girl who acted with black. He's no better than anybody imitating stereotypes of Black American. That's what Fat Joe is. Now, as far as him representing Latinos, Puerto Ricans don't represent all Latinos. The highest population in America as far as Latino goes is Mexicans. Mexicans and Latinos, they have total different influence. Matter of fact, let's just go into any Latino culture within themselves have colorism issues. They have Black versus white. The Afro-Latino versus the regular white Latino is a whole different interest in itself. The Blacks unidentified, it's a whole mess over there, right? Every country goes through this. They all have a color caste system. All right, that's one thing. Fat Joe was white. Remember Biden said, you ain't Black unless you vote for me. Unless you vote for me, you ain't Black. Remember Fat Joe said he's Black. Look who he campaigning for. Two bozos are teaming up. One saying you ain't Black unless you vote for me, and one is not Black and he's voting for him. And he's in the space. This nigga thought he was really the Don Cartagena at a goddamn mafia meeting spoken. Kamala Harris told him to shut the hell up, basically. Man, shut the hell up. This ain't about you. Nigga, you was used as a prop for credibility for the hip hop crowd. And my thing is, like, and this is goofy too. I don't know why politicians, Democrats always do some goofy shit. They always trying to be proximity to hip hop like Black Americans. We don't give a fuck about hip hop like that. These people we don't admire rappers like that. Like if you want to get somebody to represent the Black American culture in hip hop, it has to be Ice Cube. Ice Cube has the biggest influence in rap, gangster rap. He did that. He's a nigga with an attitude. Niggas got attitudes. Don't nobody represent Black American better than niggas from NWA. Gangbanging culture. We can relate to that. If you want to get somebody, nigga, y'all be getting like goofy people who doesn't. Cardi B is not from the culture. Fat Joe is not from the culture. We can't relate to them people. We can't relate to Cardi B. Besides being goofy and silly and funny, we can't relate to Fat Joe besides cosplaying. His houses ain't like ours. He doesn't have our parents. He don't know how we think. He don't know our real culture for real. So what, he got Black friends. He don't know what it's like to be a Black American. Y'all keep getting goofy and you get somebody like Megan Thee Stallion. Goofy, a rat. She's a slur. Y'all would get a slur. Y'all would get, Democrats always get degenerates and can't say retard. They always get degenerates in people who are intellectually inept. People we can't connect to. Jay-Z political clout is washed. Can't use Jay-Z no more because he done sold us out for 0.7777% of the Brooklyn Nets. He own that. Nigga never own nothing. He always get checked. So we know Jay-Z is a capitalist. He don't care about people. I mean, he care about a few people, but he don't care about enough people. He put himself first, which is cool. He's so cracky. I get it. It's not about Jay-Z. But somebody who really want to help us and could help us would be somebody like Ice Cube, someone we respect. We respect Ice Cube. Ice Cube is from the slums like us. Like Ice Cube is called himself a nigga like us. Y'all getting people who not our race, who not our culture. You can't talk to us. Y'all be having fried chicken fries. Yo, really, the Democrats be clowning us. Like, yo, the Democrats really be clowning us. Democrats be disrespecting us to the utmost. And we got to start getting angry for real because, nigga, Cardi B, Megan Thee Stallion, Fat Joe, bozos. I mean, complete idiots. You better off getting Kendrick Lamar. J. Cole. And J. Cole is a mix, but he's more down than Fat Joe is. Killer Mike, David Banner, KRS-One. And I don't like KRS-One. You better off getting Ghostface Killer or RZA. Shit, even Eminem. Nigga, we trust Eminem more than we trust Fat Joe. And Eminem had a CD saying the N-word. We still give Eminem more credit than Fat Joe. Fat Joe has no clout and no currency in hip-hop. Zero. He been here for 40 years. He's not an icon. We don't play his music. Nigga, his proximity to us was making him relegate. He's not. Fat Joe is the most irrelevant person in hip-hop. You don't call yourself that East Coast. No one calls Fat Joe the East Coast E40. Nigga, E40 is a culture icon. And he's original. He's his own words. Fat nigga, Nori has more in common than with E40 than Fat Joe. Nigga, Fat Joe, shut up. Nobody calls you. Don't shut up, Fat Joe. Fat Joe just be lying. Man, we gotta get our own party. Nobody represents us. The Democrats don't represent us, nigga, and the Republicans don't represent us. Nigga, it's 30 million of us. Maybe it's only 10 million that could vote. Nigga, we need to get our own party and just get away from all these immigrant groups. We have zero in common with any immigrant. Most people in America are immigrants except Black Americans. We don't count them Native Americans because they're $5 Indians. They're Europeans. We don't acknowledge no Native Americans. We're not never going to acknowledge Native Americans. We acknowledge ourselves as Native Americans. We the Aboriginals. Nigga, we was reclassified under in the census as Negro. That's our ancestors. That's not no European on a reservation. No pale skin Europe. How does that sound? A pale Native American, a pale faced Native American. Think about it. Native Americans can't stand pale faces. That was a slur to them. A pale face. Now, how do people that was dark like me who call people pale faces get so white? Blue eyed nigga. Listen, we gotta get our own group and detach from every immigrant group because we the only Americans. We the only verifiable Americans. Our skinning, we ain't changed, transformed, nigga. We just the same people who was here in the 1700s, 1600s, 1800s, 1900s. We the only ones that didn't change. We the only ones that didn't wash up. We the only ones that's consistently us. Any other group nigga, you can't pinpoint any other group that was here before 1700s, 1600s. The Emancipation Proclamation. That alone, slavery represents all America before it was recognized as a country. Can no other group have that? People could claim other people. They could claim people before 17. They can't prove it. This skin proves it. Our class, our oppression proves it. The way the American system treats us proves it. It proves we the only threat. We the only people here. We get the least. That's proof. Everyone else get a form of welfare. We the only ones that don't get no help from the government. We the only ones that actually get it off of bootstraps. We the only ones that get it off of merit. No one else get it out the mud but us. No one ever succeeded in America that didn't have help from the government but us. We got it in science by ourselves. We got it from hair products by ourselves. We got it from restaurants by ourselves. We made our own banks. We had our own hospitals. We had our own everything by ourselves with no help, no assistance. Built our own schools, no assistance. Had our own underground economy, no assistance. Had our own everything. We the only ones that built up neighborhoods without government help. We the only ones that did anything in America that's worth mentioning. That's why everyone want to attach to us. They want to say black and. There's no black and. It's only black. And the leeches. It's a black and the leeches. When somebody say and, acknowledge they're leeching. There's no black and brown coalition. There was no allyship with nobody. All ties is cut. Democrats is disrespectful. And so is the Republicans. But the Democrats go out their way to make a mockery of us. Dancing, chicken, hot sauce, stupid rappers, different race of rappers, immigrants, Caribbeans, Africans who represent. It's disrespectful, son. In fact, Joe was happy to make a mockery out of us. He happy to be a doofus. He happy to be a puppet. He happy to be in proximity to Kamala Harris is nobody. So what? She's a nobody. No one voted for Kamala Harris. No, she got voted down. She rode a stick shift up to success. A 60-year-old man. Fat Joe's a bozo. Why is he catering to the hip hop crowd? Why is everyone catering to the hip hop crowd? Why not cater to the Latino crowd itself? Why you got to use proximity to hip hop? When you use a Black American in Latino music to cater to Latinos, that's insulting. Anyway, this is democracy. Shouldn't no Puerto Rican be speaking with only 5.9 million Puerto Ricans in America? There are 37.2 million Mexicans in America. Why is Fat Joe he's not even pure Puerto Rican. He's half a Puerto Rican and half Cuban. If anybody should be speaking politically for the Latinos as a whole collective, it should be Mexicans. They was here longer. They have the most contribution to America. They have their own culture. Mexicans don't dress like us. They don't look like us. They share our music, but they do it their own way. They have their own traditions. They have their own food. Mexicans are Americanized, but they still have a close tie to Mexico. Even though they beef too. Even though the American Mexicans, and the Mexicans, the paisas, they kind of beef, and the northern Mexicans from California and Southern, they beef. So it's kind of, they got their own thing going too. But still, they have a contribution to this country. They fought in wars, and they have a bigger population. It's a bigger demographic. And he can't loan her credibility because we loan him credibility. You can't loan something that's loaned to you, nigga. Nigga, you're not a representative of nothing. You're not impactful. Fat Joe's not an icon in rap. Fat Joe's success comes from other people. His proximity to digging in the crates, Diamond D and them, black people. He discovered pun. Pun got successful for imitating Coogee rap. Whole culture vulture. Got successful, he got popping. Big Pun died, Fat Joe career was ended. Ja Rule gave this nigga life or him back. Nigga, Fat Joe can't make a record without a feature that's successful. Nigga, he always need a feature. Nigga, Fat Joe is not popping. Nigga, no one buys Fat, besides Puerto Rican, they don't give a fuck about Fat Joe. And I'm tired of people acting like the Bronx is culture. The Bronx don't make culture. The people make the culture. The Bronx, take black Americans out the Bronx, hip hop, nigga, there'll be no hip hop. Take the black Americans out of America, there'll be no America. Nigga, take Puerto Ricans out of the Bronx, it'll still be hip hop. Take Jamaicans out of the Bronx, it still be hip hop. It might not be called hip hop because, you know, hip hop is black American words, but can't bother named it. Jamaica, what? Nigga, it's something else. It's still part of black culture. Nothing in hip hop is Caribbean culture. Not the vernacular, not the style, not the fashion, not the dance, not none of it. All that Dr. Cologne is not none of it. You can't go to one island and find a trace of hip hop. You can't find nobody doing no type of breakdancing, nothing like it. You can't find nobody rapping or rhyming, nothing like it. You can't find nobody with the style, definitely nothing like it. You can't find nobody with the rhythm. It's totally different. Nigga, the vibe, the environment is different. What makes hip hop is the environment of the oppression we went through and making something out of nothing. None of them islands is still nothing. They never made something out of it. That's the difference. Nigga, think about a Marvin Gaye song. Think about a Temptation song. Think about a Tupac song or a Nas song. It's kind of the same type of thing. Think about a James Brown song. Think about a DMX song, right? Think about a mystical song. You could feel the experiences. You could almost feel, even and I say mystical too, but you could feel the soul in it. We the only people on the earth with soul. We the only ones with soul. We invented soul. We invented the soul genre. The blues, the gospel, the R&B, the rhythm and blues, the jazz. These are expressions and emotions that we captivate. Nigga, we channel our environment, our experiences through our DNA, through our interpretation. That's what make hip hop. Our personality, how we joke, how we are witty. This is something no other island, no other country has. They don't joke like us. That's the battle. We cut, or we could have played in a dozen. That don't happen in other countries and cultures. That's why when they come here, they get offended so bad when we joke on them, we cut on them, and it carries with them from childhood to adulthood because Haiti can't adapt to that. Like, only ones who don't get mad about the cutting and joking is Jamaicans. Jamaicans be funny. Jamaicans be like, respected the Jamaican niggas. But like, nigga, these Caribbean niggas, they get mad when we joke on them. They call that bullying. You know what bullying is to black Americans? It's when you gotta run home from after school. You ain't have to run. You just had to sit there and put your head down while we joked on you. Nigga, y'all don't have, see, joking and clowning is in hip hop. Tupac Hit 'Em Up represents that. No Vaseline by NWA represents that. By Ice Cube represents that. The battle, the Busy Bee, the Kumo D, the style, it represents that. There's no style in hip hop that represents a Caribbean without cosplaying us. Nigga, we put out everything we put out, we get back. It's a reflection of us. Nothing in hip hop reflects a Caribbean. The party, nigga, the Black American party, to get together. We got get together music. There is no Eminem don't make get together music. They don't make a summertime. There's no Caribbean a version of summertime. There's no Caribbean or Latino version of Dear Mama. There's no all I got is you type song by Ghostface. Y'all don't channel these emotions and these experiences. Y'all don't have that. That's American. Nigga, it's American expression. So I don't get how Caribbeans and Latinos say y'all had zero. And I can prove it because you can't see zero influence in hip hop. Dr. Cologne saying some bullshit. Everyone saying some bullshit. Even KRS-One be saying some bullshit. Nigga, Kool Herc says some bullshit. Nigga, there is nothing about hip hop that's Jamaican or Puerto Rican. We don't say wan wan. We don't say man. We don't say bloody clot. We don't say ragamuffin. We don't say rude boy. We don't say mira. We don't say cabron. We don't say benaki. We don't say hola. Nigga, we say, we say what's up. We say what up, nigga. Nigga, the word nigga itself is so Black American. There is no better representation of endearment than so what's up, my nigga. Nigga, what's up? Nigga, what? Nigga, you crazy. Nigga, who? Caribbeans and y'all don't have no word like nigga. Y'all don't want to have it. And it comes from a derogatory source that we flipped it. See, hip hop is taking something that's negative and making it positive. We took nothing because we had no instruments. We wasn't in art school. They took everything from us. So we made something from the mud. And not only did we make it, we made it every 20 years. We made a different genre. Like, we continue to make genre. I mean, it stopped. Now these kids are lazy. They just jacked our whole movement and called us old. They took so I didn't start hip hop. I was a baby during hip hop, but I carried it on. But now these kids, how you gonna call people who made something old and take their shit? Hey, how you gonna dress? How you gonna wear Jordans and Nikes and call niggas old and say you too old just like that? We the generation that started that. We made everything cool in rap. Y'all take us out. These Black American kids' culture versus too. That's a whole different topic because this ain't their culture, but they just jacked it. But my whole thing is there is nothing that reflects Latino in hip hop. Breakdancing is garbage. No one cares about breakdancing. Graffiti is that's garbage. Doing them things is corny. We don't care about that shit. The hairstyle, Black American. The braids, the fades, the waves. This is Black American. Our rhythms ain't even the same. Nigga, your island rhythm is up tempo, is real. Y'all BPMs ain't the same as ours. Y'all don't live in the same BPM regions for us to say we got anything from y'all. Y'all can't represent us. Y'all could only mimic and copy us. Y'all not original enough to do better or to do something else. Y'all have to take what we got, y'all loop and sample us and make other genres. Dance hall is looped and sample American. Ska, loop and sampling Black American. Reggaeton, loop and sampling Black Americans. Reggae, loop and sample Black Americans. Afro beats, loop and sample, literally loop and sample Black Americans. Can't nobody do nothing out sampling and looping us. We are the source. We are everything y'all niggas need to make something cool, popular, or pop off. Without us, none of y'all is nothing. And none of your homeland is nothing like it is here. This is our homeland. Everything we need to make a genre or make hip hop is here. It was here before y'all even got here. It was here before the 40s when the Puerto Ricans came in waves. It was here before the 80s before Jamaicans came in waves. It was here before the 2000s before these Africans came in waves. Everything was here already. And none of y'all add to it really. None of y'all add nothing new. Y'all don't add no new flows, no new cadences, no new nothing. We got so many variety and styles, and here y'all come. Y'all just copy everything. Y'all don't bring nothing new. Your Big Pun was the dopest copycat nigga of all time. Without Cool Rat, there'll be no Big Pun. Who would be his template? We niggas templates. We niggas guidance. We your direction. We your GPS. We your instructions. We your ingredient. We the criteria. We the standard of everything you gotta do. Copy us. Hip hop came from everything that came before. The blues, the disco, the jazz, R&B, the soul. Y'all have nothing like these genres in your own culture to say that we got anything from y'all. It's crazy. And then to represent hip hop, not being Black American is a slap in the face. It's a slap. You cannot represent something you are not. I can't represent reggae. I can't represent Puerto Ricans. I can't represent for Africans. I can represent for Haiti. I'm not. How would I look like being a spokesman for reggaeton, even though it's hip hop, but I don't speak Spanish? How would it look like being a representative for something like opera? And like anybody can represent ours, but we can represent nobody's. That's a stop, nigga. We gotta completely stop supporting everybody who's not us. Gotta bring food back. Letting a Puerto Rican speak for other Latins is like letting somebody from Iran speak for all the Asians. You never seen nobody from Iran speaking for Japanese or Chinese. It's the same thing as him speaking for black people, like him and Cardi B speaking for black people. It's like somebody from Iran or somebody from Iraq speaking for the Japanese and the Chinese. They're all Asian, but they ain't the same. Nigga, they can't group us. See, the thing about Latin people, they act like they're minorities in the front, but in the back they be caping for white people. See, and when it's something that benefit them, they all side by side. But then once they get what they get, they close the door. They always get something from us, and then when they get something, they lock us out. Every time we better get something, they want to add Black and Latinos. Y'all don't even care about the whole Latinos. Nigga, y'all don't say nothing about Haitians. Haitians are Latino. Nigga, everybody is against the Haitians, but Every time blacks get something, is y'all want to share our shit. Every time we march, y'all want to share our shit. Every time we do something, we put y'all on. Black Panthers help the young lords. Name a time Latinos help Black Americans. Name a time Latinos benefited Black Americans. Y'all benefit us from movie roles. Y'all benefit from our music, our HBCUs, our civil rights. Everything we do, y'all benefit from us. But every time you get something, we get nothing. Actually, Gina Toros, her whole life, she's been playing black roles because she was too dark to be a Latino. So she had to come in our space and benefit. Laz Alonso, he got to play all types of black roles. We don't get to play no Spanish roles. Think about this. Fat Joe get to host BET. Not one Black American got to host no Telemundo show, nigga, not even a guest appearance. J-Lo got to sing Motown. We can't sing, no Latino, but nigga, we can't sing no Fania songs. We can't sing no legendary Latin songs in Latin America. Nigga, we don't do that. Nigga, see, not only y'all benefit us from acting, from music, and from education, and from the civil rights, y'all give us nothing in return, and y'all always backdooring us. Y'all always, once y'all get to a certain status, y'all automatically turn white. John Leguizamo, y'all want culture vulture of hip hop and saying y'all built this country. Y'all have no contribution to this country, to music, to hip hop. Y'all just take and participate, but yet y'all always in our spaces. Cardi B talking about Black Americans to Joe Biden. Say this backwards. Y'all ain't humble enough to saying, yo, I don't qualify. This is not my genre, don't concern me. I'm gonna get you a real Black American who qualify. You got Fat Joe next to Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris put Mexicans in prison. In California, she ain't put no Puerto Ricans in prison. 2011, Puerto Ricans in California was 0.6 the population. Mexicans are 30% of the population in California. She only arrested blacks and goddamn Mexicans and some South Americans too. Why is he next to her? Shouldn't a Mexican be next to her, talking to her about Latino issues and their beef? He don't represent that. Nigga, he's from New York. And it's the same people that mass incarcerated us. He mass incarcerated people in California, and Joe Biden bills massacres the Black and Latinos across the whole country, mainly blacks. So you're a Latino tap dancer, a Latino Sambo. You're a lap dog, nigga. You have no street credibility no more. Money and clout is that important that you'll do anything now? Now you're just selling your soul. You're disrespecting Puerto Ricans. Puerto Ricans are not liberal. Puerto Ricans are damn near conservative now. Conservative. And it's always every Latino group from Puerto Rican to Cuban to Mexican, you always have a conservative that's allowed to be white. Mexicans have Nick Fuentes. He's a Mexican. He's propped up to be a white conservative extremist racist. I don't think he's that racist personally. I kind of like Nick Fuentes, but everybody else sees him as the goddamn racist demon. So I'm using that. He's a racist demon. You know what I'm saying? And he's a weirdo pedophile. He wants 16-year-old girls. That's a little weird. Enrique Torrio, nigga, was the leader of the Proud Boys. This is a leader of a white conservative. Blacks can't do that. And he's brown. He could pass for black. The Caribbeans in South America they always had the blacks at the bottom, Native Americans on top of that, the mix on top of that, and the white. The mix are always loyal to the white. From bottom, you have the Negro, the Negro, but it's Negro, the same thing. Negro is the same thing. Indio was the Native Americans, was on top of the Negro. The mulatto was just on top of them, which I don't know, was mixed race. Then the mestizo is on top of them. I guess they get whiter as they go. The Morisco is on top of them. The Castizo is on top of them. And the Espanol, which is the Spaniards, is on top of them. The higher you go, the better you get treated, the more you get elevated. The lower you are, the more you get treated like shit. These people, Puerto Rico and everything, have a caste system. A la raza, they all believe in white and in a race. Even though we fucking these Spanish bitches. And this ain't no distant, no Puerto Rican person. This is about Fat Joe, and this is the history. I got love for Puerto Ricans. And I got Dominican niggas I fuck with. Gave me the best deals on cocaine back in the day. I would never respect Dominicans or Puerto Ricans or Colombians because we were always getting that money. So this ain't about that, but this is the history of an ideology that comes with it. Fat Joe and Kamala Harris, they both, Latinos and Indians, both come from caste systems. So they both have caste systems. And they both at the top of their caste system. So they got things in common. Never seen Fat Joe with a dark black Puerto Rican. Bunch of them on Western Avenue, Western Projects, got a bunch of black Puerto Rican niggas like on the 16th or 17th floor. I seen them. That's what those African niggas. My nigga Tommy Mr. Peace, back in 2002. He from the Bronx. He from Webster. I was in there. They was talking. I'm like, what the fuck is y'all? They're like, we Puerto Ricans. I'm like, y'all not Puerto Rican. This is black as fuck. I'm like, y'all not Puerto Ricans. Like, we Puerto Rican. I'm like, y'all niggas is African. She's like, nah, we Puerto Rican. Started speaking. Like, damn near project. It was like 18 dark ass people that look darker than me, man. That peasy head motherfuckers that was speaking Spanish. These was the Latinos. You will never see Fat Joe with them type of niggas. Terror Squad had none of them type of niggas. So for him to represent somebody, he representing a white class so he represent Puerto Rico. He represent the white Puerto Ricans at that. Now he represent not only is he representing a color caste system, he's representing a class now. He's at the top class. Nigga, if he has his own people interests at heart, he will be with the Republicans. Donald Trump. And Donald Trump got more influence in hip-hop than he do. Donald Trump got way more influence in hip-hop than he do. Nigga, it's a bunch of songs mentioning Trump. It's the Black Trump by the Cocoa Brothers and Raekwon. It's song, nigga, Trump tight. Nigga, everybody was Trump tight. I don't know what shit mean today, but nigga, Trump tight. Or Trump this. Trump is part of the fabric of culture. Even though he's racist and all that, everybody's racist. Trump don't want to give us money, and Trump didn't mass incarcerate us. You got Kamala Harris who mass incarcerated California. You got Joe Biden who mass incarcerated the country, called us super predators. This is the team your white ass is siding with. Fat white boy, gordito, gringo gordito. This is what you doing? Selling us all out. That's why it's no black and brown coalition. Because at the front we look like allies until they get what they want. Then they backdooring us. They conservatives. They right wings, they joining white supremacist groups. Black Americans, and nigga, we can never choose. Nigga, that's why all that brown don't mean black. That's what I'm saying. The whole ethnicity thing, brown don't mean black. Brown, they attach brown to blackness because nobody in the brown community, America owes none of them. America don't owe Mexico. America don't owe Cuba. America don't owe India. America don't owe Ethiopia. America don't owe Africans. America don't owe Caribbeans. America owe black Americans. America didn't press none of them. I mean, they did degrees a little bit. America oppressed everybody a little bit. There was no Latino Jim Crow. There was no Latino black laws. There was no Indian or Latino lynchings or hangings you can name. Mexicans suffer Jim Crow though, because let's say no Negroes allowed, no dogs, and no Mexicos, whatever order. I remember that because Mexicans be selling us out too. It's some down Mexicans, but Mexicans, you know, they go against us too in the prisons in California. Not everywhere. Texas did kind of cool, but even Puerto Ricans went against us as far as against Latino. Nigga, Latin Kings went against blacks. They had to form bloods. So 1 minute y'all be our allies when it's beneficial, but y'all go against us when y'all outnumber us or when you get what y'all want. Jennifer Lopez came through in living color, went through Puffy, stepped up to success, went to movies. Ice Cube put her in a movie. Look at her. They ain't Ben Affleck. Bitch and baby supposed to be black, and she gonna shit on my homeboy Thomas Davis Jr. That nigga's hilarious, nigga. He's a how you gonna shit on a homeboy like that? Stuck up bitch. We just gave y'all J-Lo, who shit on the whole living color staff. Nigga, we gave y'all Rosie Perez, who tried to Me Too. Nigga, this type of bitch tried to play Spike Lee by Me Too and Spike Lee. How she was sexually caressed. She's a weirdo. Backdoored us. Nigga, we put her on. Years later, she turned on us. Bitch, a whole right winger. Like, this is weirdos. There is no Puerto Rican, there is no Latino community that made anybody black famous or popular. We gave y'all J-Lo. We gave y'all so many people, so many opportunities. And in return, y'all didn't give us nothing or nothing like it. Nothing like it. But every time y'all get opportunity, y'all backdoor us too. We make y'all, we get y'all rich, y'all feed off us, and y'all shit on us, and y'all backstab us at the same time. Y'all ain't giving no opportunities for us to eat off of. Y'all ain't for nothing that we can benefit as far as rights go, and nothing in return. And y'all would never see us in Puerto Rico with your enemies politically. We never see us in Haiti somewhere with your enemies political. We don't do that. Every nationality comes here and sides with our oppressors, and they speak for us. We never do that. We don't go to other countries. We don't go nowhere and copy. We don't go nowhere and take people's genres and pretend we're them and speak and represent them. That shit only happens here. So we really got to become not hateful, as you know, like you know, we're hating people, but we gotta be haters in the form that every time we see somebody who ain't us, we gotta nah, you know, good. No matter how cool they are, no matter how talented, no matter how nice, nigga. As soon as you ain't black American, shut them down. Shut them down, nigga. Yo, if they ain't black American, it's no good. It's no good. You gotta know, oh nah, trying to use me. Nah, can't trust them. What they want from me. Because they always want to use, they always going to use us to better themselves. We got to shut all that down. We have to be haters now. Now, I ain't preaching hate. I don't mean hate in a harmful way. I mean hate as in, how can I say this so YouTube can understand? How you describe being a hater? I put it this way. We have to be xenophobic to people. We can't trust people, and we can't believe in nothing they do. And no matter what, they can never prove themselves. That's how we got to be, because we can't use hateful, because I don't want to be like I hate somebody, because I don't hate nobody. Everybody's cool. This is business. It ain't personal. People could be cool personally. You can even date other people. That's cool. Just know that when it comes to business, no, we giving nothing. Nah, you're not us. You don't do music? Nah, you're not us. You ain't Black American. You ain't good enough. And you would do so, you ain't Black American. She got to shut everybody out and just exclude everybody from what we doing. Everything, especially politically and culturally, we got to shut all doors and lock everything. We got to put our own interests before everybody. No compromising. Is no attachments. Everybody's cut off. It has to be that way until we get everything. We not only we need everything we want. We gotta go beyond needs. Yeah, because we deserve more than what we need. We deserve the leisure and the luxury that everybody else get to enjoy, and they ain't do none of the work for. We deserve a surplus of everything. How is it we the only people who fought and died for everything and still be at the bottom? After all, we still at the bottom of everything. Everyone comes here and step on our back and move up. Everybody. First of all, when Trump come back, we gotta start dropping dime on immigrants. If it's a swing an immigrant, nigga, I'm telling on immigrants. Nigga, I don't give a fuck. I'm telling on immigrants. If I see a bunch of people living, I'm icing them. I'm icing them, son. Nigga, everyone's nigga, you Caribbean. I want to see green cards. Nigga. I want to see expiration dates. Nigga. Niggas gotta go, son. Everybody gotta go. Everyone is smiling in our face and stabbing us in our back. It has to stop. And above all this division, we know who really is manipulating everything. We gotta focus on the manipulator. We can never let them off the hook. That's always priority. We gotta get rid of the buffer so we can get to the, you know what I mean? We gotta get through the blockers to get to the end zone. It's too many lines of defenses we got to cross. But nigga, ethnicity by ethnicity, group by group, we got to get them out the way. And not physically, psychologically, politically, culturally. Our culture is not a free-for-all. Our culture is not all-inclusive. Everyone's not welcome to our culture. Just how we was in the 90s when people was copycats, nigga, we got to, now you a copycat. You ain't like us. When everybody had to prove yourself in the 90s, it got to be the same exact way. You ain't like us. You got to prove yourself. You can never speak for us. You can never talk for us. You don't get no mic or no shine. This is for us, by us, all day. Nigga, nah, it's us or nothing. Black Americans helped it. They turned on us. Every time something go on, they censor us. They ban us. They make blacks apologize. And shout out to the Jews. I'm just saying, I ain't saying all the Jews. I'm just saying this Jews in power. They make us insane. We help the Asians out. The Asians turn around and say we don't need affirmative action that affected them. Now they out. Up to Latinos, they turning on us. See, it's like every group that's considered brown will always attach themselves to the black struggle, to black civil rights. They always quote our leaders. They always using our fashion, our culture, because they can't stand alone, because America owed them nothing. But the minute they get something from the government or to get their way, they leave us and they turn on us. Asians turn on us. The Jays turn on us. Latinos always turn on us. Nigga, we have no allies or friends, and we be the best friend to everybody. Best friend to everybody. Best friend to everybody, and they use us. They use our blood, sweat, and tears. There was no Latino massacres in America. We had a riot. We had a march. We had a beg. We had a fight. We had to die just for y'all could sit back and watch us. And then we come to the table. Y'all at the table. Y'all was in the house. Everybody was in the house. All the Indians, all the Asians was in the house when shit was going down in the streets. But then the minute negotiation comes around, here y'all come. Here y'all come. You speaking for the whole Latino group. It's like having a Jamaican speak for Black Americans. We don't have the same interests. How dare you speak for the whole Latinos? That's why we got to break everything into ethnicities. Nigga, we can't allow people to block up because we always got to stand alone on our own ethnicity. Not saying I want white acceptance. I don't give a fuck. Nigga, I don't give a fuck about white acceptance. See, that's the difference between Black Americans. We don't care about white acceptance. We don't want to be white. Nigga, we cool with who we are, but we always fighting for the right things and everybody else is benefiting. Everybody's cowards. Everybody who, nigga, there's only one American in this country, that's the Black American. Even Native Americans turned on us. They ain't, first of all, all the Native Americans that claim Native Americans on reservations are not Native Americans. All Native American pictures from the 1800s look like me, my complexion. My nigga Leo Graham, my complexion. My great-grandmother complexion. These are the Indians. Our great-grandparents are the Native Americans. Ain't no pale Native American. They called y'all pale faces. All y'all $5 Indians is trying to use us now to get more clout, to get laws. Asians, the same thing. It's the same. Everybody use us as the boogeyman to get laws passed, to get benefits. Everybody want to use us when it's beneficial. Then they want to close the door and welded shut once they get what they got. We gotta stop being a scapegoat. We gotta stop being the host of these parasites. It's crazy how Puerto Ricans get to be POC and they get to be white at the same time. 85% of them identify as white. Nigga, how you a person of color if you white? You can't be two things at the same time. A black American can't be a person of color and white. That's all that brown shit don't even make sense. Y'all not even brown. What's y'all white? Nigga, we brown. Nigga, brown means black and black. Brown means black American like black means black American. We taking brown from y'all. Y'all don't deserve the right to call yourself brown. None of y'all brown. Y'all like peach. Y'all like off-white. Y'all like mother of pearl. Y'all be beige, light beige. Not even dark beige, because dark beige is black American too. Y'all motherfuckers are white, straight-haired people. Y'all niggas is white boys. And I'm going to get rid of this myth too. Latinos are not the second biggest group in America. Black Americans is the biggest group. Black Americans and German descendants. I think German descendants might be a little more of us, but they all are mixed and cut up, so they don't even count. Pure Black Americans, we are the biggest minority group. Then it's Mexicans. There are 21 countries in Latin America and 28 groups. You got to break all them down, and there are a bunch of different sectors of groups. Because it's not one group. Even white. White is not one group. Black is the only group that has large numbers. And they want to call us the minority. No, we the majority. There's more Black Americans. There's more Black Americans than there's Irish, than there's Scottish. They have to use all the groups to come against us. In democracy, the majority rules. So they got to group all the people together to say white has more numbers. White, some people have more numbers than us. White is not one. White is not an ethnicity. White is not even a race. White is something that is made up. Latinos is something that's made up. Black is something that's made up too, but it's real. It's one group. You can call us anything. You call us Negro. You can call us ADOS. You call us Indigenous, Aboriginal. It's all the same people. We all stem from the Emancipation Proclamation. Latinos don't all come from the same place, all from the same backgrounds. Some of them descend from slave owners. You have slave owners and slave class and Latinos too. So how could a slave class be a minority in the POC? You have pure white people in Latin America. How could they be people of color? Nigga, they have blue eyes. And how could they be people of color? When they pale, you can say they veins. How is these people of color? That's why you gotta break all ethnicities down. All ethnicities. It's no more us being Michael Jackson and Eddie Jackson 5s. It's like Black Americans are the Jacksons. No, let's say Black Americans are Michael Jackson. Puerto Ricans like Freddie Jackson. We can't let the white. That's what I'm saying. This how this whole brown thing is dangerous. We can't let this because some groups got some brown people in them, some dark brown people in them. We can't let the white people attach to that brown and call themselves browns too. Nah, y'all white. These people are other. These are indigenous. Nigga, the darker people in America are the indigenous people. We can't lend our credibility and our history to people. We can't let Puerto Ricans lend the history to Argentinians. We can't let Mexicans lend their history to Puerto Ricans. It all has to be separated so we all can get what we deserve. We all can get proportion because when they use our cloak, they get more than they deserve and we get less. We did all the fighting and everything, nigga. We did all the marching, all the dying. Why they getting equal to us? And it was more of us. We was here longer than them. We fought more wars than them. We invented more things than them. How are we equal? We gotta get rid of equality in America because none of us are equal. Nah, we don't want equal rights. Nigga, we want rights according to who we are. We don't want civil rights. We want Black American rights. We don't want reparations just in money. We want reparations according to the times in the land. And nigga, we want the interest accumulated on it. Nigga, if Black Americans are the reason why America is rich, then we need a whole economy. Nigga, I ain't with all that give us 20. I was down with 20 trillion. But nigga, that don't equivalent to everybody who got killed, everybody who died, everybody who's robbed. Because if you give them Black Americans something, it has to be a base. It has to be a base number. But that's one level of reparations. But then you gotta give everybody in their lineage back the land that was stolen from them too. So okay, we got reparations as a collective. Then it has to be okay. This family had 4 million acres, so they deserve this on top of on top of what we give them as a flat rate. Because you can't pay for the murders, you can't pay for the pain, you can't pay for the rapes. That's all gotta be included. And reparations can't just be a one-time thing. It has to be, nigga, if we were slaves 250 years, nigga, we need reparation payments and tax exemption for 250 years. How long we was oppressed is how long we gotta get our reparations for. Nigga, we need reparations for the families of these inventors need to be compensated something different. We all need tax exemption, and we need everything the Native Americans got, and Native Americans got to pay us too. Africa got to pay us too. Everybody who was involved in our demise has to pay. It ain't just the government. It's the banks. It's the government. It's the Native Americans. It's the Africans. Nigga, we want everything we invented, nigga, to be under our control. We need our own industries. We don't need jobs. Niggas from the third world can have them jobs. Nigga, we need industries. Nigga, with reparations, nigga. Nah, we don't just, nigga, see, I think differently from Tariq Nasheed and you know, ADOS and all of them. I think reparations is totally different. I think it's a flat payment for everybody, and then according to their family they get, and then every death has to be compensated individually from the family. Every hanging has to be compensated. Every rape has to be compensated. Everything stolen has to be compensated. And for the same amount of time that we was getting robbed. Kamala Harris won't pass laws. She doing us favors because they passing weed laws. That shit benefit white people. The minute I made weed legal, white people sucked at the market. Nigga, we didn't even get in. Nigga, I want to get compensated for doing time for. Nigga, don't just make the laws for weed because we ain't just criminals. But nigga, everyone who did time for marijuana should get compensated and get reparations too. She should get a check. Nigga, I did like 9 months for some damn marijuana. Nigga, I want to get paid by the hour for every I was in there. I want to check for that. That's a reparation. You making it legal now, nigga. Everybody who's in jail for it, you know them out. And nigga, you need to make crack legal too. If you want to press Black Americans, make crack legal too, because that's what y'all use to incarcerate us. You let white people go. Nah, nigga. If Kamala Harris, you want to do something, you and Joe Biden want to do something, reverse the crime bills, the Joe Biden crime bill. Let them people free, drop all charges, make cocaine legal, let us sell it, and give us money for doing time. Everything you took from the people, every lawyer fee that you stole from these Black Americans fighting cases, give it back. Every house y'all destroyed, every house y'all raided and foreclosed on, give it back. Give it back. Give everything y'all took from us, give it back. That's reparations. Every time these people did, niggas did 40 years, give them $1 billion. Nigga, a million ain't life changing. Millions ain't nigga, give these people billions. They did 40 years, give them $1 billion a piece now. If you falsely accuse us, we should get $1 billion. Make that a law. Nigga, free everybody in prison that's in jail for non-violent offenses. Give a fuck about no marijuana. Give a fuck about no 21 to 100 to 1 ratio crack. Nigga, nah, bitch. Nigga, let everybody go and give us a check. Everybody, according to time. That's reparations. We don't give a fuck about none of that shit. We don't give a fuck about Fat Joe being a proximity. He represents nobody. He represents half of Puerto Rican and half Cubans. Nigga, the funny thing about Cubans too is Cubans Fidel Castro fuck with us. He fuck with the Black Panthers. The Cuban people come here and they be racist, which is weird. It's like we only have kinship with the rebels. Like in Haiti, Black Americans, we support the gangs. Nigga, we support the gangs that's going on. We support barbecue. He's doing the right things in this country. We support him. We don't support people who support the government. You know what's that? We always find kinship, like Muammar Gaddafi. They killed Muammar Gaddafi. Obama killed Muammar Gaddafi. But he was cool with Farrakhan and the Nation of Islam. Even though Farrakhan's not Black American, but he represents Black Americans, they had something going on. We only ally with people America calls criminals because we are outlaws because they call us criminals. We have nothing in common with people who call themselves government because the government are the criminals who criminalize us. That's why we gotta break all this ethnicity down because nigga, it's too many people get credit for things they ain't do, and too many people who did things are getting less credit. Let's break the whole Latino thing down. There's no more Latinos. State your nation. And within your nation, state your ethnicity within there. Because you have mestizos, natives, you have, you know what I'm saying, the dark one, the negros, then you have the white class. You shouldn't treat all these people the same. How we gonna treat all Latinos the same when the white class oppress the dark class? They come here and they're all equal. That's not how that works. Nigga, everybody gonna get what they deserve according to what they deserve. It's not a one size fits all. We're not doing that. Latinos use our struggle to advance themselves. Then they shit on us. Black American culture feed Latino culture. We feed Asian culture. We feed European culture. Everybody feeds off us. Our inventions, our contributions, our proximity. Nigga, we get nothing from nobody. That's why nobody can represent us. We have no allies. There's no more black and brown. There's no more black and gay. There's none of that, nigga. Nigga, if you gay, you black, and you just black. Ain't no LGBTQ, nigga. Come home, nigga. You with us. We handle our own gays. I don't support gays, but nigga, you part of the political party. No one put in the work, and no one want to rock the boat. They just watch us do it. They just watch us do everything, and they get to reap everything. And then when they do fight for something, it's to take from us. Especially the Asians. The Asians don't do nothing to rock no boats but attack Black American rights. They undermine civil rights as they benefit from civil rights. We have no connection to, we have no friendship or kinship to no Asians. They get laws passed against us. They attack our women, and they trying to take our positions in colleges that they ain't fight for. They ain't fought for no schools. They ain't built no schools. They ain't get lynched. They ain't get sacrificed. They wasn't marginalized like we was. I mean, they was back in the day, but not in the last 30 years. They was actually considered model minority. Government just took all discrimination against them and focused on us. They act like they smarter. They're not smarter than us. They didn't invent nothing. All they do is copy things. How can somebody be smarter than us when they know they don't do nothing original? And they cowards. They don't rock no boats, and they can go to other countries. They speak other languages. I don't see why would America prioritize people who are not originally from this country. These are the same people we have spoke with their country. Their countries compete with us. These could be splinter cells. We letting splinter cells and potential spies and potential, nationalists, not only illegally in the border, we allow them to undermine everything we fought for in our own country with no consequences. We give them no consequences for their actions, and they just lie on us. The same the Indians try to lie on us, saying we come to their reservations. Indians lying on us, Asians lying on us, other people are blaming us for not helping them and supporting them. It's crazy. And everybody eats off our community, off our culture. We buy from Asians. Asians don't buy from us. We purchase and we don't do business with them. We just give them our money. We get the Asians' hair supply money. The things we invented, we should be monopolizing the hair supplies. Our Black women support them. Nails, our Black women support them. We buy gas from Arabs and Indians. They're in our communities. They're all ciphering off of us, but yet they want to take our rights away and give themselves more rights. They want to lift themselves up while they putting us down at the same time. And we pay these people, and we fought to give them rights and equality. It's to be laws that ban Asians from coming to America. Our civil rights got them here. They couldn't go to colleges. Affirmative action got them there. Diversity programs got them there. But yet they side with the whites. This a coward class of people, yo. Cowards always side with the stronger power. That's why we different. We don't change on nobody. We don't go against nobody. We don't turn. Our whole beef is with the system, and that's oppressing us. It's not individual people. But yet, while we focus on this main problem, these individuals always doing the main person's job. The people in power don't do nothing to us, because these small people beneath them are doing all the work for them voluntarily. And I can understand that these people don't feel like they owe us no loyalty, because they don't know our sacrifice. Even if they do, they don't care. They feel the government is allowing them to be who they are and say they're loyal to the government. Not even this country. They ain't even loyal to their own country. How can you be loyal to a country if you're not loyal to your own country? How can you be loyal? How can you be a patriot here if you wasn't a patriot there? Everybody with different nationalities and ethnicities that are here could never be a patriot, because America's not about being a coward and abandoning the mission. America's not about running. These people representing running. They're representing abandonment, anti-patriotism. We the only ones that's the true patriots, and we not the bullies. We outnumber everybody one-on-one. That's what I'm saying. This whole ethnicity thing, we outnumber everybody one-on-one. If we focus on certain people, we can get a lot done. But we got too many people on the fringes, different class, different caste, different educations. These people think differently. These little minorities of our own people get to be in spaces, and they do the same thing these immigrants do. They feed into the ideology of capitalism and racism against themselves. People turn on the group. They look down on the downtrodden, on the struggling person. Everyone wants to promote luxury. Everyone wants to promote money. Life is not about an individual. It's about the group. It's about the collective. It's about everybody. And too many people are individualizing their own. Even these immigrants, they don't care about their whole collectives. They don't care about Latinos. Don't care about all Latinos. They just care about their families. They don't care about their ethnicity. They just care about them living comfortably in their own little home. They don't think about the whole community. They say Latinos. They say Asians. They don't really care. They don't like each other. Mexicans don't like South Americans. Puerto Ricans don't like Mexicans. Dominicans don't like Puerto Ricans or Haitians. It's not a cohesive monolith. It's all a lie. Everyone's lying. We the only group that want better for everybody, but it don't pay off. There's no reward in that. It's detrimental to our own safety, our own welfare, our own embetterment, our own power. Everything we give away takes from us. Every time we lend a hand, we lose control. Every time we give our power, it makes us weak. Every time we give our political capital, it bankrupts us. Every time we do good for somebody else, they do bad to us. When we get invested in other people instead of fortifying us, it makes us weak. We got to fortify all our efforts. We got to want the best for us and nobody else. At no time. We got to never care about nobody else ever again, because nobody else cares about us. Everybody uses us. Everybody uses us as a stepping stone. Everybody uses us for benefits, but everybody shuts us out and everybody go against our interests. This is not hateful. This is only political. I'm only talking politically. I'm not talking personally. I'm not talking individually, but we should never let our personal thoughts and feelings give any credence or any our political capital to anybody. We got to be selfish with one thing, and that's our political capital, our interests. We could be buddies. We could share. We could laugh. We could joke. We could, you know what I'm saying? We could do everything with them except care about them politically. That's a no. We have to make politics our religion. We have to make our interests our God. We have to make our empowerment everything. Our culture just can't be hip hop. We have to have a political culture now. We need a brand new political culture. We can't be focusing on LeBron James, Jay-Z. These people are not important. We got to focus on who's running for office, who's the mayor, who's the alderman, who's the Senate. This is the game we really need to play, because all other games are made to distract us from this real game. The game of life, the game of politics is the only thing. We should know all the stats for these politicians. We should know every law. We should know every crime bill they signed. We should know every time they voted us down. This is stats we need to know. Basketball is stupid. Football is stupid. Rap is, hip-hop is, all that's stupid. We need to prioritize our culture. Those things are entertainment. It's not life. Y'all made entertainment life. Y'all made fun life. Life is not fun. Nigga, this is about the hard work. We need to know everybody in these offices, stats, every politician, every governor, every House of Representative, every mayor, everybody. We should never get fooled again. We should know everybody's ethnicity. We should know everybody's mixtures. We should know everybody's political class. We should know everybody's background. We should bet on. We should be able to know politics so good that we can bet on it, just like we do sports. This is the only thing we need to know in life, because it's the only thing that makes an effect on the way we live. Basketball don't change the way we live. Rap don't change the way we live. Them people, we can't live vicariously. Stop living vicariously through these weirdos. A basketball player without a basketball is nobody. A rapper who can't rap these people are really nobodies. These people are not really, these ain't really talents. These ain't things you need in nature. These niggas can't build or do nothing for real. These niggas are distractions. Everybody's a distraction. I don't watch Power. I don't watch none of these shows. All I do is watch political people. Political commentary, debates, everything that matters to make me smart. We have one weapon, that's our mind. Two weapons, our bodies. Three weapons, our collect. Nothing else matters. Why you think white people don't really care about sports other than watching it? It ain't their lives. They go home to real lives. We be watching sports and going out to bars, sleeping on people's couches. We have no generational wealth. We've been here long. We've been here longer than everybody. We have the least. Look what we prioritize and look what they prioritize. Look what we take seriously. Look what they take seriously. To beat your enemy, you got to know your enemy. And I'm not saying enemy like as I'm talking political enemies. Everybody is a political enemy. This is not a kumbaya. Politics is war. This is political warfare. And to be astute at political warfare, you also must study psychological warfare. Deceit, lies, illusions. Everything you see on TV, everything that makes us politically bankrupt, we study. We don't need none of that. We don't need no sports. We don't need no entertainment. Oh, that should be banned. Nigga, sports should be banned from. If we didn't have sports and we didn't have entertainment, you know what we would have? Property, reparations, because we'd be turning this motherfucker. Because if we didn't have sports, entertainment, and immigrants in our mix, we would have way more, because we would go way harder. Because we only go hard when we have nothing to lose. Think about if we didn't have no entertainment at all, like zero entertainment. Say basketball didn't play. Let's say basketball and sports didn't pay millions of dollars, right? Let's say there was no drugs to sell, right? Let's say it was no actors on TV and rap and actors didn't exist. Let's say sports and acting and drug dealing didn't exist. Who really would be rich? Who really has money? Oprah wouldn't be there. Jay-Z wouldn't be there. Puffy wouldn't be there. And keep in mind, it's only the same few people we see and live vicariously as balling. Instagram is fake. Them people are fake. It's settings, it's filters, it's operations. It's everyone getting an illusion. I said we have no Instagram. We just had real life day to day. And say we have so much things on TV. Because TV distracts us. You notice there's more things on TV now than there was back in the day, and back in the day, there was more politically active. Do you notice that? Do you notice it was less people promoted on TV as rich? Even back then, our rich people wasn't that rich. They still was in proximity to us. Like, an actor could live in your community still. Harlem had people living amongst poor people and rich. It was all in the same community. Now, it's so segregated, and the same people are recycled in front of us. Like, how many years Puff Daddy's gonna be on TV? How many years we gonna see Jay-Z? How many years we gonna talk about? We're gonna talk about Tupac. How many years we're gonna talk about all the same people? For the last 30 years, it's been the same people in the conversations. Back in the 90s, when you talk about people in the 60s, that didn't happen. But now we are being distracted and living vicariously, inspired. Everyone's inspirational. Everyone being an influencer. All this is fake. Real life is not we didn't back then back then it was real life. You had to be in the streets for real. You had to put in work for real. Back then, our anger was real because we was less distracted. We had more time to think and more time to do stuff, more time to collect and conversate about what we need to do. That's why the Black Panthers could organize. That's why the Civil Rights could organize. That's why all these organizations we had back then, we'll have now, could organize, because things wasn't so diluted. We wasn't so distracted. Nigga, we're distracted by Instagram, TikTok. We want to be this person. We want vacations. We want to live a luxury life. All this shit is stupid. We just want the aesthetic. We don't want the real people who have real lives and real money. They ain't posting it. It's not real. Real rich people, they're not in Forbes. It's not real. It's trillionaires that exist that we don't know. People like Kanye, want you to know he's the best. These people are clowns. We are distracted and we rally around clown shit. If we didn't have entertainment, we didn't have drug dealers, we didn't have sports, what do we have? We just have a bunch of we have more poor people. And we didn't have immigrants, and we didn't have, and we noticed that the immigrants are not us in their tokens, because they allow immigrants to get a little bit of wealth and get on TV positions to make it think that that's us. That's not us. We can't celebrate these people graduations. We can't celebrate these people achievements, because their achievement is supposed to be ours. Every Nigerian, every Caribbean, everybody who gets something from America, that's not from the Emancipation Proclamation, takes from us. That includes Europeans. That includes Irish, Italians. Everybody gets to get something, and those people are not Americans. I don't care how many generations they was here. They're not Americans. They're not even half Americans. These people are all immigrants who breed with other immigrants, and they produce more immigrants. Being born here doesn't make you an American. It makes you a citizen, but it don't make you American. Democrats, these people are not Americans. The far right are not Americans. We are the only Americans that's we could prove we are Americans. People came here 30 years, 20 years ago, ahead of us, 40 years ago, ahead of us. It's not because of their hard work. They get assisted, they get help, they get head starts. We get setbacks, they get secret deals. We get nothing. That's why sports is not important, because sports distract us and makes us think that we can make it. It makes our kids think that they got a shot. One out of every 14,000 people? I don't know the stats for real, but let's say it's one out of every 14,000 people get to make it to the NBA, make it to the NFL. One out of every million rappers get to be successful. These positions are filled. There's other shit to do. We got to focus on other things. If those things didn't exist, we'll be focused on other things, mostly politics, but we'll be building and we'll be inventing things, because our survival mode is focused on the easy way out. Back then, we had inventors, we had pioneers, they had communities. They did more with less back then. Why are we doing so bad now? I mean, yes, the government is making efforts to implement and systematically oppresses more. But back then, it was more hostile times directly with racism. They did more. Why are we doing less? We're distracted by entertainment, TV, Instagram, TikTok, and luxury. All these things we don't need. We need political clout. We need political influence. We need political weight. We need our government to treat us better than they treat everybody else. We don't need equality no more. We're not equal to nobody. These people are not Americans. Why should the descendants of immigrants be treated equally with people who always been here? That don't make no sense. Why should people who never fought for nothing same as everybody who fought for something? Why should people who never suffered get the same as the people who always suffer? People with generational wealth are not treated like people who've been generationally sabotaged. People who descend from people who oppress people are not treated the same as people who did the oppression. People with education are not treated equally as people without education. People from Ivy Leagues are not looked upon or treated as people who come from HBCUs. Like even immigrants crossing the border are being treated better than people who are homeless in America. The whole equality thing is a lie, nigga. We should never fight for equality. No, we want to fight for advantages. We want to fight for politics. Is for us to fight for advantages. It ain't for equality for everybody. It's to get advantages for your group. We gotta fight for advantages because equality is not a real thing. None of us are equal. If we was fighting for equality, then all of us would have the same thing. We've been lied to, niggas. No such thing as equality in America. All men are not created equal. Black men are not created equal as white. Immigrants are not created equal as citizens. It's not the same. And actually, it's backwards. Immigrants are getting treated. Immigrants historically always been treated better than the people of this country. That's not equality. That's the perfect definition of inequality. Because you gotta put me where I deserve, where I need to be at. You gotta put them people where they don't deserve to be at. Our politics gotta put us where we belong and deserve to be at, and put them where they don't deserve to be at. These people don't deserve to be in these positions. These people haven't fought. That's why we got to put everything to the ethnicity and lineage so we can identify what group did what, who suffered what, who paid for what, who marched for what, who deserved what. A lot of people don't deserve nothing and they're getting everything. That's why we got to dismantle these groups like white, black, Latino. We have to be the only blacks, and everybody else have to be their nationality. And I don't care how many generations they're here. That don't mean nothing. You can be here 10 generations. You still, if you ain't bleed, if you ain't bred to an American or half American or nigga, if you ain't half American, which is like bred to somebody who was here before the emancipation, you're not American. You just come from a long line of immigrants. And immigrants deserve less than citizens. You ever notice when white people like try to compare black and white, they don't compare like the whole Africa to Europe. They compare black Americans to the whole Europe. Like when we say we got inventors, we ask them who their inventors are. They could be Polish, right? They'll name an Italian inventor, or they name a German inventor. It has nothing to do with their ethnicity. So basically, our ethnicity has to go against their whole continent. It's 87 ethnicities in Europe. When they compare us, one ethnicity, we gotta get compared to the whole ethnicities. Like Africans do this too. They don't just say like when they comparing inventions or contributions to the world, they don't compare their tribe against our tribe, or not even their nation to our tribe. They gotta compare their whole continent just to one group. The fear thing would do this, put America against, whatever country they're from, but they don't. They just isolate us and they focus on us. What did y'all do? And we step up to the task. Just nothing. We got hundreds of contributions and inventions, science, modern, old, and new. We got a lot of history, so it's nothing to go against anybody. We got a lot of heroes. We got a lot of athletes. We got a lot of entertainers. We got a lot of any genre. We could cover any group, even Europeans. We could go tit for tat if it's just one group against other. But the disadvantage is they compare us to their whole continent or their whole country. Nigga, we not a goddamn continent or country. We're ethnicity within a country. That's how dope we are. That's how compared to us. And I'm not saying Mexicans to pick on Mexicans. It could be any group that's not like, Puerto Rican who wasn't foundational. We could say there was like, say, Venezuelans. Venezuelans had nothing to do with hip hop, but to be in a conversation, they will drop the Venezuelan their identity and use Latino as a way to get in. That's why I don't like the term Latino or white or like European, because it allows everybody to take from all these different ethnic groups, but we gonna got one ethnic group to pull from by ourselves. Everyone want to isolate us, and we the only ones that got to stand on our own merit without using other groups, and we do that. Can't see many groups do that in America. If you notice all my comments, they'll say they'll compare blacks to either the whole Africa or blacks to the whole Caribbean, and we smoke them. Or they'll blame, or they'll compare blacks to the whole Europeans instead of like comparing us to the Irish or comparing us to the Germans or comparing us to whatever group. They got to use the whole Africa, and they don't use the time frame in which we existed. Like we existed after 1619. I'll say 16. Let's say we existed 15 years. 16 from 1640 on. Let's say 1619. Just give it a general reference. They would go back thousands of years on us. for a contribution. And you gotta go that far back for a contribution, for an invention. Nigga, y'all don't know we're Africans too. We can use that too. And white people don't know that when they dig into their contributions, we have the same blood they got. So that's ours too. So not only we got what you got, we have more. Because we got what you got. We got what Africans got. We got what Europeans got. And we got what we got, which y'all ain't got. That's what makes us a little different and a little better than y'all when it comes to comparison. Nigga, you don't compare your whole continent, your whole race. Nigga, compare your group against our group. A lot of people don't catch that. I be catching that. Like, why is you comparing a whole group to one ethnicity? Why are you comparing a whole continent to one ethnicity? Why is you comparing a whole collective to one ethnicity? That's not fair. And we gotta stop doing that. From now on, we gotta say, with your country there, we bringing America into it too, because America is ours. Unless you saying you have a specific tribe, because Black American is one specific tribe, it's one big tribe of 40 million plus people. That's one tribe. Don't compare your tribe to mine. Nigga, you ain't about to use your whole continent and country to go against. Nigga, that's no. Nah. And the time frame has to be, we don't gotta go back. Why y'all go back thousands of years, hundreds of years. We got 100 years, we got 50 years, we got 20 years that we can show you contributions in. We ain't gotta go that far back. It ain't nothing in this world that we ain't contribute to that matters. Nigga, things ain't exist until we existed. Technology, the world wasn't advanced until we came into the picture, and y'all better recognize. Even in hip hop, right? In order for a Mexican to feel relevant in hip hop, he gotta say Latinos. He won't say Puerto Ricans. So even though Puerto Ricans have contribution to hip hop, if you were some type of weird Latino we don't know about, and you want to feel included, you have to say Latinos. But the reality situation is, your ethnic group didn't have nothing to do with this. It's always the Black ethnicity against whole countries and whole continents and all the islands. Like, it's always Black against white, and Black means Black Americans against the whole white. It's always Blacks and Caribbeans, Blacks and Latinos. Like, Black and Latinos, Black and like, and it's Latino like 30-something countries, 20-something countries, like 100-something ethnicities. What the fuck? How does that make sense? Black and people of color. People of color is everybody except white people, and Black is his own thing. But all these others, Caribbean and South American people, supposed to be allies and minority. That doesn't make sense. How come it's that every time we got to go against somebody, we gotta go against whole continent? It's like saying America is the Bulls, right? But the Black Americans are Michael Jordan. When other teams talk about us, they don't talk about Scottie Pippen and everybody else. They just say they just want Jordan to go against their whole team. Like, niggas, I'm only Jordan. Nigga, I need a team. Like, everybody gets to isolate us and go against us. Nigga, you have a whole team. It's Jordan against the whole goddamn NBA. That's what it feels like. When it comes to being Black American, my nigga, we do so great. They always put a Black in us, right? I'm saying it's like we know what the Blacks are, but then it's just vague other groups of people they attach us to. It's like David Ruffin, the goddamn Temptations. Why don't they say that? Why don't they say we David Ruffin and the Temptations? We don't know the rest of the band. We Michael Jackson and they the Jackson 5. Why don't they say that? They always want a Black and. No. David Ruffin, Temptation. Michael Jackson, Jackson 5. Michael Jordan and the Bulls. Just say that. Stop. Every time y'all want to end us, that's all I hear. We stand alone. Why else? Nigga, nah. There's one nigga who in my comments, right? He asked me, what have Americans invented? I told him what Americans invented. I asked him, what's his ethnicity? What he invented? Nigga said, I'm African. Nigga, what part of Africa you from? Nigga, no, I'm African. And we did this, that, and the third. You know this nigga name? This nigga started naming. He said, we invented walking. We invented math. We invented science. We invented technology in Egypt. I'm like, nigga, are you Egyptian? No, I'm West African. Why you feel you could claim Egypt? That's not your ethnicity. That's not your history. Like, Europeans, right? The Brits. If you ask them what was the civilization before 1492, they'll say like Greece and Rome. That's not white civilization. White didn't even exist yet. That's what I'm saying. We gotta break all this down. We can't allow people to take credit for things they people haven't done. Nigga, what's your ethnicity? We gotta go ethnicity for ethnicity. It ain't fair for us to be one ethnicity going against whole continents. And our history started, nigga, in the 1600s. Why are you going back thousands of years to have a contribution to compete with us today? Everything we did came from 1630 and on. We were slaves, nigga. So you mean to tell me to compete with Black Americans, some of y'all got to go back to thousands of years to have a contribution today? You mean this is so irrelevant that y'all got to go thousands of years? Now I get it. There is 9,800 ethnicities. Only about 20 of them ever did anything in history. The rest of y'all y'all have no points on the board. Black Americans can put points on the board. Germans, Italians can put points on the board. British can put points on the board. Even Nigerian put points on the board. Even Jamaica put points on the board. The rest of y'all ain't putting no points on the board, really. Like, a lot of y'all is going by. See, a lot of times, let's say, like, if I say somebody from Lagos, or Grenada, right? I ask them what's their contribution. They'll say some shit a Jamaican did because they'll say this is Caribbean. Nah, nigga, you don't get credit for what Jamaica did because you're Caribbean. A Mexican don't get credit for what Puerto Rican did. And Puerto Ricans don't get credit for what somebody from Cuba did. We are different groups. That's why that Latino, that white, that black, all that shit gotta stop. We the only blacks. Like, we're the only blacks. We can't say you don't get credit for being American. They're like, nah, nigga, no. We ain't talking about the whole America. We talking about you in particular. This your group. God damn. You mean tell me y'all can compare the whole Europe or the whole Africa or the whole Caribbean and all the history that's been here for thousands or hundreds of years to an ethnicity that only been here for a few hundred years? Nigga, that's crazy. I listened to Rick Nishi, right? And white people call in and I'll ask him what black people had done without white people. And he'll say something. Then Tyreek asks him what white people invented. Now, this nigga's an Irish person. He'll start naming Italians. He'll start naming Germans. That's why we got to stop whiteness. We got to stop Caribbeans, nigga. We got to base everything on ethnicity. We got to divide everything into the ethnicity because a lot of people get credit for things they didn't do. Being black then hides people. Just because these people are white doesn't mean they get to get credit for all whiteness. A Polak don't get credit for nobody in Germany. People from Norwegian don't get credit for Italy or for Greece. Nah, that's not what we doing that. A Nigerian can't get credit for Egyptian. A Zulu can't get credit for somebody from Zimbabwe. These are different things, different civilizations, different times, different people. We're not gonna let y'all all team up against us. This Michael Jordan against the whole NBA all the time. Nah, nigga, we're gonna go one-on-one or team for team. And we team America. So we ask us our contribution. Yes, we could say our own, but